This is the exact point where the mudslide happened on Friday after a 2-hour downpour in this area and also part of Accra. And now rocks fell from up there onto the street and there was vehicular traffic, but there is free flow of traffic now. So we are here to find out from commuters and homeowners, how do they feel a day after the incident, and also speak to owners of facilities in this area like this hotel, the Hill Palace Hotel. How safe are they operating from here? So regularly on the stretch, there are quite a number of people who jog. Now one of them is Solace Angel. Now she's seated right here. I want to find out from here how often this mudslide happens and how safe she feels. Solace, welcome to the Citi Newsroom.
Thank you.
Now how often do you use this stretch with your friends jogging?
At least once a month.
And how often do you see the mudslide happening?
It's not something that happens regularly or frequently. It's the last time we heard of or saw something like this was, I think, about a year or two ago, when there was a heavy rainfall. And usually this happens when there's a heavy rainfall with a lot of wind and all that. So it's not something that happens like all the time, and it's not anything that really poses a threat to us all the time. It's once a while, and that's if at the time it happens, there are people using the route, especially the cars. But with the joggers or the athletes, they use this side of the route, so it's safe for us.
Because I would have asked you that following what happened on Friday, one would have thought that yourself and your colleagues, your friends will not be here jogging, but today you're here jogging.
Yeah, so it only tells or proves that it's not anything so dangerous, though sometimes it is. But for the athletes, we use this side of the route, so it's nothing to really worry about, though it should be worked on. And my worry or fear is for the people who live up there, because
they have buildings up there.
Exactly, and if for anything or anything should happen, the people who will be at a greater risk will be those who live up there and then the users of this lane of the road.
So I have here with me Eric Owusu. Now he's a driver who plies this route often. I just want to speak to him whether he's witnessed something like that before and how safe he feels driving on this route. Eric, welcome to Citi Newsroom.
Thank you.
Eric, what's that a far quite was in fear do saying
10 years.
10 years. And they be alpha quite was.
They be alpha quite was.
Now do you see if you are there, what will be paying?
This is the second time I see. We can't it was some I see.
And no better also.
First one to better also sir. But hard dream. We say because last 4 years I couldn't see you know. That time your mama also. So your mama be twema ko pedasol lodge. Nobody nipa police for be jina ho. At senior your mama no who here saying yeah aka no. We say see you no say. Where see you? Omo ye wadwuma we. Enko si hwe. Ochina bo se so to abesa adwura kukan. So bibi papa on be ya. Omo ye mu no munya say we train and see another year. That could back on a could we are now for the almost you in Manka. So,
when you be papa saying,
so I come for somebody to block here, you know. I said about intimate with my queen. It says, what we know is a concrete even on Matu. A man who said, on by you, I sent a gram back when and why I say, yes, I know it's true.
Feel safe, so driver or cross our coin ways.
Oh, apart from the border, the end of the safe. I say, if I come to time, so time when you're coming in driver for so. Until now, in so but a born a year back when I hired dream. Until you've been found my
that's it,
okay. And secondly, lighting so I'm sure lighting was some car. The beer sumo people the president will be tremolo. One by light no. So president may tremolo higher. Sumo also sa attend beer sumo so. Tell so much was some coming. Okay.
That's it. Right, Eugene, how often do you use this stretch, the Aburi Ayimensah stretch?
Oh, about 10 years now.
10 years?
Yeah.
And what happened on Friday? Have you seen anything like that since you started driving?
Oh, normally always happen.
How often do you see it happening?
Oh, around the Muhammad Redeem, the stone started coming down and they tried to fix it, but they couldn't. So I don't know how this country is. You see, they are taking us for granted, you know, and there's more life out there. You have to save their lives and also, but they are not doing it. You see, so normally they want us to vote, always vote, but so me, I decided not to vote again because he has deceiving us. That incident happens, it can cause a lot of lives. So I don't know how our leaders are doing now. I don't know.
So I am on the premises of the Hill Palace Hotel. Now this hotel is located just close to the edge of the rock where the mudslide happened on Friday. And as you can see behind me, the fence wall of the hotel, part of it collapsed after the 2-hour downpour on Friday. So we've been speaking to management of this facility. We spoke to the chief executive officer of this hotel, that's Nana Wuntumi Topra IV, and this was his response to everything that happened on Friday.
I don't think they know what they are talking about. In the first place, this is the second time this thing has happened. If Nano is saying that, I'll be surprised at them. This property has been there since 2003. When they constructed the road. So when they wanted to do the another lane, when they wanted to add another lane, it was they who came to my property. My property was there already, so they blasted the hill. And when they did that, we realized that the boulders, the stones had loosed in the difference. And so they decided to protect it, to protect the whole thing. It was given on contract about three years ago. So they started protecting it with a mesh for the whole stretch from Ayimensah to Pedriate. When you got to that side of everything, they jumped it, even though the whole thing had been awarded on contract. They jumped it and then went to another place without protecting that portion. Meanwhile, I sincerely believe that the whole thing had been paid for. But the truth is that my property was nowhere near the road. It was as a result of the road that they constructed, the additional road that they constructed, the additional lane that they constructed. So they blasted the hill. And once you touch the hill without protecting it, definitely this will be the outcome of it. So that's all that I know about it. They have constructed another road very close to my property. Before that, this problem never existed. So as to whether it is going to cause problem or not, those who constructed the road, they will have to do something about it. And for that one, I'm not in a position to say. About 3 years ago, when they brought the whole crew, when the minister, by then I think it was Honorable Husseini, who was the minister for roads. When they came, they asked me this exact question. And I said, I didn't have a problem with it, because I wouldn't sit down for my property for someone, even though it is not my fault. So if they think that they will have to relocate and they are able to do that, I don't have a problem with it.
Here with me is the Chief Engineer at the Ghana Highway Authority, Engineer Emmanuel Lai Odai. Now, he's here a day after the incident. I just want to find out from him what has brought him here and his men. Welcome to the Citi Newsroom, Chief Engineer.
Thank you very much.
So why are you here today?
Okay, it's just a follow-up to what happened yesterday. Yesterday in the evening, we were all here with the NANDBO, the assembly, and then the fire service. You know, the debris was too much on the road. It covered the whole road. So we have to take off the debris. And as an interim, because we want vehicles to flow and motorists to have easy access to the road, we have to take everything to one side, as you are seeing now. So we push everything into the drain. Now, if we don't collect it and it rains, everything will come back to the road. So I've mobilized our people, and that's what you see them doing. They are going to desilt the drain for easy flow of the water.
And how long do you anticipate that this will take?
Okay, if you look at I have about 10 men at site. We've asked that some people also come in, and hoping that they come maybe by close of day. We believe that we'll be able to clear this. But unfortunately, we have other sections too, having the debris in the drain. So let's say by midday tomorrow, we hope to clear everything so that we'll have an easy flow of water.
So there are also concerns that because there are a lot of construction works happening over there, that may have also contributed to what happened on Friday. What do you think about that? What's your opinion on that?
Yeah, obviously, once we have development at the top there, you know, they've covered the earth, and what it means is that they have to engineer the place so that we can have proper flow of water from the top. Because it's not properly engineered, it will seep into the overburden, and then that is what has caused the slide, and therefore this is what we see, and we have to seriously look at all those things as a long-term measure,
so that we don't have this thing happening again.
Yeah, for natural things, you know, we can do what we can, I mean, to salvage whatever, but there are some that are beyond. You know, for every 10 years or a number of years, some form of storm can happen. And it can cause anything, not necessarily because of what is there, but it is a natural occurrence. So it is not total. Engineering is basically to solve some problems and then trying to make things good. And so what we are doing, we are not saying 100%. We have other measures. Sometimes cost and other things comes in. So you have to know what you are doing. And we know that what we are doing now, like the protection, is going to help the system. But, I mean, anything can happen, yes.
Engineer Lyodai, thanks so much for your time on the Citi Newsroom.
You're welcome.